The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the August 15th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, but more important than that, and that's this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we're beginning our day here with a bit of a mixed bag. The mix is really coming from the Dow, which is up 17 points right now, or basically flat. The S&P's off 17. NASDAQ 100 down 122. Russell's off 14. Transport's down 26. Semi's off 121. NASDAQ down 91. Out there, gold is trading out at 33.89. That's up $6, and silver's down 6 pennies, trading out at $38 even. Light sweet crude is down, hold on, light sweet crude is off 39 cents, printed at 62.64. And we're going to begin our day here taking a look at the, supposed to be the October contract. Why didn't that thing switch? Very strange out there. Let me try this one more time here. Let's get the October contract for natural gas up on our screen. What's going on? There we go. And what we're going to see, or what we should see here, is we should see a further rally. I don't believe that we've got a bottom inside of natural gas. I think what we have after a move lower for a couple of days out there, looks like a 4-day move to the downside. Now maybe we're going to have a 3-day rally to the upside. Well, this is kind of interesting. So the profile level on the NQ for the October contract, much different than the September contract. We'll be rolling over into this shortly here. And prices trade above the top of that daily profile. So if we do get a close above the top of that profile, this is the October contract, 3.016. That's going to suggest a further rally out there. Now, rally to where? So that'd be a great question. I don't have the answer to that question, quite frankly. I'd have to say it'd just be this little junior swing point out here, the trading day of August the 7th out there. And that'd be between the range of 313 up to 324 out there. The daily time frame, as you can see for natural gas, has got an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside that is formed. It formed a TD9 count top. Oops, grab the wrong tool. Let's draw in this A to B equals CD pattern. I don't think that, well, one, I know that hasn't completed, at least from the standpoint, even if it's gotten down to that level, we don't have that bullish reversal candle. No, it's got much further to go. So, in fact, it suggests that the A to B equals CD pattern will get us down towards the 248 level. Now, that's what that shows, but the monthly time frame chart possibly has bottomed. If we look at the October monthly time frame chart, we can see price getting back to its breakout level of 287. You know, what we'd like to see here is, I don't know what we get out of the weekly time frame chart. I mean, there's a possibility, but this takes us out 3 weeks or so for a TD9 count bottom pattern. But the daily here, the October contract looks much better than September. September just likely to rally to the top of its profile, but October trade above it. That's kind of interesting. Pay attention to the 30-minute time frame chart. It needs a poke above It needs a poke above $3.06, 3.063 to be exact, between now and 12 noon. If you get that, you'll have a 30-minute TD9 count topping pattern out there. As far as any other signals here, well, if we take a look at the Euro's getting ready to complete a TD9 count topping pattern today. So let's take a look at that. So it has the, it's just simply going to confirm that top today. Now, what should take place out here is price should pull back to its oscillator and change line. That's at 1.166 out there. If price were to get below that, it would be the breakout level that's formed by this TD9 count pattern. That's at 115.27. But look at the weekly time frame chart out here. We just have price is trading just above its green oscillator and change line. So, no idea whether it's going to end the day above that level being exactly at 1.1691 out here. The monthly time frame chart rallied right up into its TD9 count breakdown resistance level out there. I don't have a topping pattern on the 30-minute time frame chart. Let's check out the Great British Pound. We have a TD9 count pattern that is going to form today, likely complete on Monday. Let's get those charts up on our screen out here. So bar number 8 is the high of the pattern. And as long as we close above bar number 4 today, which looks like we will, you'll get that TD9 count top again. That pattern will complete on Monday. Price should pull back to its oscillator and change line. That's at about $1.34. If we get both the euro and the yen to pull back, that's going to put some strength inside of the U.S. dollar index out there. Do I have any other signals? TD9 count signals, that is. BGZ. Yep, we got BGZ. That's going to go ahead and form a TD9 count topping pattern today. Let's take a look at it. Price is going to close above the close of bar number 4. No problem. What should take place now, this pattern will complete on Monday, and VGZ should pull back towards support, which is around $1.07 to $1.10. We're trading at $1.19 right now. If we get below $1.07, the buy zone is between 95 and 98 cents out there. It's all that I've really got that I see out here. So let's take a look at the general markets. Let's begin by taking a look at the New York Stock Exchange, the Advanced Decline Oscillator, and the Spot VIX Index. Both those. So we've got the Spot VIX Index, which is, it's trading below yesterday's close. We've made a lower low. It's bar number 7. It's nowhere near the 50-day exponential moving average, which is at 1725. So this says that buyers still have the edge out here. If I take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, its Advanced Decline Oscillator, market momentum is waned, and we're now down below the zero threshold level. We have to get 2 consecutive closes below that to suggest that sellers are the ones that are in control. The New York Stock Exchange needs a poke above bar number 6. That high is 2872.65. If we get a poke above that, we'll likely get a TD9 count top between today and Tuesday of next week. So we don't have any synergy here. So that's not helpful for the bulls or bears. That's just helpful for choppy sideways action. What do we want to take a look at next? I guess for the equity futures, let's go take a look at the Perigee pivot point that came in yesterday at 2 p.m. on the dot, sharp. You should have marked the price points for those instruments that you like to trade, especially in the futures market. I can see that the Dow is above its Perigee pivot point. That's down at the 44,918. You're going to see that the Russell is below it at 22,9710. Now, being above it or below it gives you short-term signals to bullish or bearish out there. The Yen Q well below it. 23,976 is that number. The ES Mini 64,8975. Those would be areas that I would be watching. Out here for gold, it's 33.8320. Silver 38.04. 62.78 for the October contract. For Light Sweet Crew, we can see prices rallied up in that level and has rejected it. So watch that 62.78 level like a hawk. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? one simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back up, folks. If we look at the cash indices out here on my screen, the Dow itself does not have a topping pattern. It would need a Rhodes momentum index. It would need a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. The S&P 500 needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm the same, or it could form a TD9 count pattern. It would need to at least spike above the high at 64.8028 in order to do that today, tomorrow, or on Tuesday out here. The close on Monday must be above the close of bar number 5. So if that pattern is going to form, we're not going to see much movement to the downside out there. That close is 64.4576. The NASDAQ 100 at day's end could form the cash indice a Rhodes momentum indicator top. We would have a bear sash, potentially a bear sash candle. The Russell 2000 just pulling back and testing its gap to the upside. It would need a close below 2277.20 to suggest more movement to the downside out there. It needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. The semiconductor index might form a bear sash candle today. If it does, you'll have a Rhodes momentum indicator top for its daily time frame. The transports, right now, just dealing with its oscillator and change line. The NASDAQ composite could also form a Rhodes momentum indicator top. The New York Stock Exchange, again, needs a tick above bar number 6. That high is 2872.65 in order to form that top. Let's do this. Let's move from here. Let's go take a look at the detail. For the for the NASDAQ, for the S&P, for the Dow out there. So we really kind of covered the daily, if you will, for the Russell. But let's go take a look at what do we have here? The instruments for the S&P 500. So we can see that you're going to form bar number 8 today of a TD9 count on the S&P cash index. We did tick above bar. Now, I believe that we did. Yeah. Let me just make sure. That high was 64.8028. We should have noted 64.81. So that means on Friday, price needs to close above bar number 5 out here. That close being 64.4655 to generate a TD9 count top. So want to be on watch for that. The ES Mini needs a bearish reversal candle to do the same out there. It's only in bar number 7 as we speak. The SPY is in bar number 8, but it's got to poke its head above the high from a couple of days ago, that high being 646.19, in order to generate a TD9 count top, and a bearish reversal candle would confirm a Rhodes movement indicator top. It's the equal weight. As you know, in the beginning of the week, we talked about the equal weighted ETFs out there, the QEW, the RSP, even the EDOW, and each of those were not confirming the these all-time highs out there. When I was saying, really, when I say not confirming, not that it's a confirmation, but usually it's the equal weighted ETFs that point the true direction of the market out here. And the RSP, that's equal weighted for the S&P 500, still has that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price got into it a couple of days ago. It did it with volume of 13.4 million shares, and it was going against 9.5 million shares. That said, that price would be back up there to at least test it again. Well, it tested it yesterday. Yesterday's test was on volume of 12.1 million, again going against 9.5. Today we've tested and rejected it. Will we do less than 9.5 million? I don't think so, because we've already done 4 million shares. So if we continue to test the lower portion of that swing point with volume, we likely get back up there and test it one more time. So maybe we're looking at this TD9 count or Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping pattern form here over the next couple of days. So that's what's going on. We take a look at the equal weighted for the S&P 500. Let's take a look at the equal weighted for the Qs out here. So give me a moment. We'll populate that set of charts here. Again, we're looking at 4 daily charts, the NQ being the one on the left, and that needs now that has a wave number 7 top. That's letter G. And we have that new profile that we talked about, ranging from 23,454 all the way up to the 24,068 level. We've got a bear sash candle present at the moment for the cash indice. We talked about that. That would confirm a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. For the Qs, it would be the same thing. We still have the TD9 count top that's in play for the QQEW. So it just really be the NQ out here. That would be the holdout. So that's what's going on there. That says, we may be getting ready. We may be getting ready for some type of top out there. Let's go from here. Let's go see what's going on inside the Dow. The Dow finally getting up, testing, and rejecting its December all-time high out there. So we do have a new high. That's in place out here. What we don't have are the bearish reversal candles to confirm tops out here for the Dow Equity Future Contract, for the Dow Cash Indice, for the Dow Diamonds, and for the EDOW. Now, the interesting thing here about the EDOW is we closed above that high. It negated its, that's really interesting. So I didn't see that. So this had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that actually confirmed on July 24th. The high of the pattern was 39.21. And a couple of days ago, we actually closed at 39.23. Boy, was that a signal that the Dow itself was going to get back to its highs? Again, the equal weighted usually points the direction, the true direction out here. So now what are we looking for? We'd be looking for the EDOW, another bearish reversal candle, just like the shooting star candle that confirmed that top back on July 24th. Short of that, you've got a TD9 count bar number 8 that is forming. So you could get a TD9 count top. All that needs to take place on Monday would be for price to close above the close of bar number 5, and that close is 38.80 out there. So we'll certainly want to keep track. This is a time of caution, in my opinion, but that spot VIX index, at a minimum, we need to see some kind of pattern unfold with us being below its 50-day exponential moving average, even a series of higher highs out there or higher lows, which we don't have. Today would be we're not looking at a chart right now, but today would be the first higher low. Here is let's see if there's anything else out here for the Russell 2000. And nothing that I see that is different. The key here for the Russell, let's say, is going to be a couple different areas. So for the IWM, it's going to be 226.07. That's its oscillator and change line. We closed below that. It's lost momentum. Signals we likely move lower. 222.41 being a price target. The Russell 2000 Equity Future Contract has got 2 numbers to be watching. And really, I'll just sum it up and make it 1. That's 2278.60. That's the top of its profile. If we close below that, we'll be below its oscillator and change line, and will be below profile level. The cash indice, it's the oscillator and change line, currently printed at 2277. So there's a feel for your four horsemen out there with regard to what the markets are doing. I say it's a time to be cautious and careful. Let's take a look at a couple of requests that have come in. The first one coming in from Nitram inside the Tiger's Den, and it's to take a look at ticker symbol U, Unity Software out here. So if I take a look at Unity Software, I'm going to start with the monthly time frame for you, Nitram. What we have out here is a consolidation inside its bullish structured profile. This says, because prices trade above the center of that profile at 33.35, odds favor over time that price wants to make a run for 44.50. All right, we've established that. The weekly time frame chart has an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. I don't see a bearish reversal candle. We're trading above profile resistance and its oscillator and change line. It wants to rally further. If we look at the daily time frame chart out here, the daily time frame chart has a confirmed No, it no longer has a confirmed topping point. That sell the D point top went ahead and was negated. It was either negated on the 12th or on the 13th out there. So the daily time frame for you needs a bearish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Short of that, it should rally as price remains above its oscillator and change line and the top of its profile. So I'd say Unity Software wants to continue to move higher out there. Watch that daily and weekly time frame. You could be getting close to a topping pattern over the course of, I'd say, the next 2 to 3 weeks out there in Nitram. So we come back from this break. Sniper wants to look at SMR, SATP, ION key, and UPST. And Mary Jo wants to take a look at UEC. So that's what we'll do when we get back from this break.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at ticker SMR. This is for Sniper inside the Tiger's Den. And I suppose you're looking for a bottom, or where is this headed to? So the daily time frame chart, which has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, is in bar number 6 today. We've traded lower for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today will be day number 7 out there. And it wants to go target that breakout level at 33.63. Now, the only pattern, there's 2 patterns that are in play out here. There's an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. We've already attained the 1-to-1 level, so I can see that. What you'd be looking for here, Sniper, is a bullish reversal candle to confirm a Gartley buy pattern. So that's the one thing. The second pattern would be the TD9 count pattern. You're in bar number 6 today, so that says we'd be looking at between Tuesday and Thursday of next week for that to be a potential bottom. Price is testing a swing point. That's a swing point from July 9th. That swing has volume of 7.6 million shares. You closed inside it yesterday with 10 million shares. That says that low gets tested. That's at 33.63. So I think that's where it's likely headed to. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, this will be week number 3 to the downside. I would say this is going to, if it closed below 36.57, that would be the level where a counter trend move would come to an end. That was a bearish structured profile. We were above that level for basically 3 solid weeks out there. If we close below 36.57 today, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't, that's going to tell us that this is more than a counter trend move to the downside. That opens up the door for 27.84 out there. So now we've got established 27.84 to 33.63 as an area. The monthly time frame chart, you could end up with a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top at month's end. That would then suggest a retracement back to at least the oscillator and change line, currently printed at 28.44. I can assure you that number will change as price moves up and down. So I would say more likely the target would be 24.59, and what this would be looking at would be a 2-month pullback out there. So having traded higher for 4 months, it would be normal to get a full month for a 2-month pullback out there. And so the levels, SMR looks like it really wants to head lower out there. Be careful on that monthly chart, because it's suggesting the move to the downside may not be done until sometime in September out there. So I hope that helps you out, Sniper, with regard to SMR. Let's move on to IONQ. This is for SAT P out here, IONQ, I should say. IONQ is trading out at 40.14. My apology, I didn't get a chance to write down the messages out here, so I'm just going to give you a review of the stock SAT, and that is that if you're looking for an entry area, which usually you are, it's trading with inside its profile. So there's a swing point down here from August the 4th. We have not hit that high. I don't think that high was 39.19. There were 20 million shares. We got down yesterday to 39.28, but with 16 million shares. So 16 versus 20 so far today. We've done about 5 million shares. That's maybe a 15 million share day going against 20. So we are moving into that level with lighter volume. Maybe it's going to find support at 37.99. The weekly chart has nothing more than a sideways consolidation, really after forming a TD9 count top. You can very clearly see that sideways consolidation move out there. And on a monthly time frame, it says that over time, price should pull back to test its oscillator and change line. That's because it formed a bear sash candle. That confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, and that suggests a move to 33.64. So, 37.22 is a place where you could try. That'd be the bottom of that weekly profile out there. So 33, if that fails, then we're headed down towards that the monthly oscillator and change line. Let's go take an upstart. UPST, ST out here. SAT, see if there's any better chart patterns for us. So UPST actually, did it get below bar number 6 yesterday? That low was 61.86. Yesterday's low, 62.86. 61.92. So we do not have a confirmed TD9 count bottom. I think that was in your message. You were saying it looks like a TD9 count, and I would agree with you. We will get that because today's close will be below the close bar number 4. But the low came on bar number 6, so it doesn't qualify, as far as Stevie's thinking, as a TD9 count bottom. But remember, the pattern does not complete until Monday, till the bar following bar number 9. So if on Monday, or even today, you can get a tick below 61.86, then yes, you would have a TD9 count top. If you don't, what are we doing out here? Well, I tell you what we're doing is we're likely headed lower. We are trading below profile support on the daily. We are trading below its oscillator and change line. We have a TD9 count top on the weekly, and we are trading with inside its profile. It was a bearish structured profile. Because we closed below 76.79 sat, this suggests a run for support, and that would be down at 59.27. Not that there's any kind of bottoming signal, but you could get maybe we're going to get, maybe you're going to get 2 weeks to the downside, and that would be your entry point into Upstart, UPST. So let's come back to this next week, sometime towards the middle or end of the week out there, and relook, unless you see something else going on inside of UPST. So I hope that helps out, Seth. As always, thank you for your request. Mary Jo wants to look at UEC, and the question for her is, will this break through 1088? So let's find out, see if we can figure out the answer to that question. We're trading at 1043. So here's kind of your issue out here, Mary Jo, and that is that yesterday you confirmed a TD9 count top. Today, we'll complete that top. You also have a wave number 7 top. So there's 2 topping patterns. Does that mean that there's more of a top than with 1 topping pattern? Not that I've found. Now, that's the bearish side. What's the bullish side? The bullish side is prices tested and rejected the top of its profile, and we're trading above the oscillator and change line, which is printing down at 1027. The top of the profile is 1010. Mary Jo, make 1010 the key level out here. Right now, I'd have to say, even though we've got these tops, it is a neutral signal. The weekly says neutral, smootual. I don't know what that means, but it does mean that it's bar number 8 right now. So you could have a top that actually forms today, won't confirm until next Friday, and then it will complete the Friday after that. So just be careful, because we've got the daily top, we've got the good potential for a weekly top out there. We got nothing, not a zilch on the monthly time frame. So the monthly chart would need a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top out here. So UEC, can it break through 1088? Look, it's a neutral signal. You're talking about the high from just a couple of days ago. There was volume of about 16 million shares there. Today, so far, we're pushing into it with much lighter volume. We're at 4 million shares. Can it push it? Yes. But you need to can it get into it? Yes. But it needs to stay above, I'd say, that green oscillator and change line, and certainly 1010 out there. So, Mary Jo, I hope that helps you out, and best of luck to you. We're pulling for that at least 1088 level for you. Let's take a look at Teslas for Yvonne. So we'll get the Tesla charts up on our screen, see what it is doing. It is trading at 333.07. So where are we going to start? I'm going to start at the monthly chart. And you know what I'm going to do that? As soon as we get back from this break. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the stock charts here for Tesla. This is for Yvonne. We're going to start with the monthly chart out here, which is trading about profile resistance and its oscillator and change line. So that says that it wants higher price out there. Has it touched the swing point yet? The low of the swing point. The low would be 348.20. We've gotten up to a high of 348.98. Volume 819 million shares. The swing point has volume of 2 billion shares. We're about halfway through the month, so it looks like a little bit lighter volume. Yvonne, the monthly chart is still saying it wants to move higher. And that's the same message for the weekly chart. The weekly chart needs to take out its swing point, which it has tested this week. That's the swing point for May 30th. The volume there, 423 million shares. So far for the week, we've done 357. So we're going to come in a little bit light out there. But as long as price remains above profile and its oscillator and change line, that is at 324 and change out there, almost 325. Price should continue to move higher. So that's what the weekly and the monthly are saying. It is the daily that you've got that's a little bit of a juggernaut. Not that I've got a top or anything. What we have is the new profile that formed yesterday. So you have support, new support, 327.24. You have new resistance, 348.98 out there. So consolidation with inside profile in the daily time frame, the weekly and monthly are suggesting that they want to move higher out there. Yvonne, I hope that helps you out. That was Tesla. You also, just as Joe, wants to take a look at NVIDIA. NVDA is the ticker symbol. Let's pull its stock charts up. Let's start with the daily time frame. First, price is sneaking, trying to get back inside its daily profile. In order to do that, you just need to see a close below 180.23. The next key level of support, if it does close below that, would be the center of its profile, 175.64, and below that, 169.15. 169.50. The daily time frame chart, let me see here. Well, the daily time frame chart, even if it took that out, the high 176.54, the close 170 and 183.16. So it needs a new bearish reversal candle today to generate a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Bar number 8 is going to go ahead and confirm today. Next week on Friday, NVIDIA, if it closes above 173.50, you will have a TD9 count top that would complete the following week. If we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, the only potential signal, let me see, is a wave number 7. That needs a lower high to confirm. The earliest that could take place would be at the end of September out there. So it's got a potential top. It needs a bearish reversal candle, would also confirm a top out here. Support on the weekly time frame, 166.57. Support on the monthly time frame between 146.89 and 153.74. So potential top on the daily, potential top on the weekly, potential top even on the monthly chart, having rallied for the last 5 months out there for NVIDIA. So the first thing to do is watch 180.23 and then those other daily numbers I gave to you below that, 175.64 and 169.50, and below that, 152.97. So that's what's going on with regard to NVIDIA. Sharky says, ask the question, I believe it was a question for me, and if not, I'm going to answer it anyways. Is now the time to sell NGD? I believe that is new gold. And the answer to that question is absolutely, positively not. Why is that, Steve-O? Excellent question. Well, at this stage of the game, we are trading above a TD9 count top that completed yesterday. And if price closes above yesterday's high at 517, we're at 530, you will negate that pattern in one single day. That tells you about a strong upward momentum move for new gold, or NGD. The monthly chart, or the weekly chart, looks like it'll negate a TD9 count and Rhodes momentum indicator top. It also needs a close above the high. That's at 516. We're at 531. So if we get closes above those levels out there, Sharky, there's no sell signal. You would be negating sell signals, and that would be suggesting we move higher. And when we take a look at the monthly time frame chart, right now price is trading above profile resistance. That's 516. It's only midway through the month out there, but nonetheless, as of August the 15th out there, that is still a good bullish signal. So the answer to your question is, I would not sell. You've got patterns now. If we get a reversal of fortune today, different story out there. The tops will have held. So short of that, I would hold on to NGD. Hope that helps you out. So that takes us through all of the oh, by the way, you said that you see an A to B equals CD pattern. Boy, this thing's got some large ones, I think. Let's pull this. Let's open this up. So, not even close to finishing an A to B equals CD pattern. So there's nothing along this leg here that would qualify for an A to B equals CD, Sharky, from the low of July 28th. So that would not be, and we see, sometimes it's better just to cut out the noise to see what the real A to B equals CD pattern is. Boy, that's even a toughie on this. So, for example, on the monthly chart, we would ordinarily say, let's take the high of September would be the B point of an A to B move. And then we look for the next lower low that forms after that. Turns out the next lower low still doesn't get down to the low of that candle. So you'd almost have to use that same candle, which Stevie hates doing out there. At this stage of the game, though, we don't really need to worry about that, I don't believe. So the answer to your question still is no, not the time to sell. Time to hold on to NGD out there. Let me see if I've got any other requests. I believe I do not. So what do we want to take a look at? Let's take a look at some of the top 8 instruments inside the NDX 100. AAPL. We've already looked at NVIDIA. We've looked at Tesla. That's inside the top 8 out there. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple has formed on a daily basis, formed an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Let's take a look at that. That has a projection. Well, it's way up there. That has a price projection of 248.66 or so. Now, there is a new profile that is formed in Apple today. Let me give that to you. Resistance 232.17, support 223.31 out there. When the B point, which had volume of 50 million shares when it was passed with 90 million shares. So it does have a daily confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. The weekly swing point was taken out. It had 226. The swing point was taken out with 431. That's a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. So why has price stalled? It's stalled because of the monthly time frame chart where price has gotten into its oscillator and change line. That's what it needs to do, is close above it being 231.80-ish. So let's call it 232. If Apple can close above 232, then we ought to make a run for its monthly TD9 count top out there. That's anywhere from the area of 237.16 to 260.10. What we don't have out here is any kind of a top. Let's go take a look at LTBR. This is for ELO inside the gold. Oh, John wants to look at gold. Sorry, that came first. Now, John, gold, the metal, or GOLD, the symbol? So I'll take a look at LTBR while I get the answer to that question, because we've got time to be able to take a look at either one. So let's take a look at LTBR. This is for ELO inside the Tiger's Den. ELO, you've got a brand new profile that is formed out here for its daily time frame. You've got resistance at 1772 and a buy zone between 1396 and 1450. Price has tested the oscillator and change line is held, so that's a positive. The weekly time frame chart is running resistance at profile up at 1770. We got a TD9 count top for the monthly time frame. I'll finish analyzing LTBR when we come back from this break, and we'll take a look at gold for John, and maybe we'll get to OKLO as well.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. So if I take a look at LTBR again, we've got a top on the weekly, a top on the monthly, TD9 count top on the monthly, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on the weekly, consolidation with inside its profile. Don't really see that changing here. The daily time frame looks pretty good. The level that you really need to clear out here is going to be the 1770 level out there. So you've got support between 1396 and 1450. That's for LTBR. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. Take a look at gold. Gold on its daily time frame has really been trading just simply with inside profile levels, the center and the top. That's between 33.76 and 34.14. Just been sideways consolidation basically all week long. On a 5-hour time frame chart, we have a negated TD9 count bottom pattern, I believe. Let me just make sure of that. Yeah, I'll just make sure by actually physically making sure. The low is 33.84.40. What do we have here? Close 33.83.80. So that failed. So too on the 4-hour time frame chart. You've got to watch 33.78.70 on the 2-hour time frame chart. A close below that would be a close below profile support. That would suggest lower price. The 30-minute time frame chart at TD9 count top with price trading between profile resistance, John, at 33.93, 33.93.40, and its breakout support level at 33.78. So those would be areas to watch as well. I think that, interestingly enough, gold is not doing much, in the face of the meeting between President Trump and Vladimir Putin out there, because I'd say, gold would be one of those things where you could see the largest amount of movement. So right now, this is suggesting to you and I that not much comes out of the meeting. At least that's how gold players are playing it. Anyways, folks, it's been great to be with you all week long. I will look forward to a wonderful weekend. I hope you do the same as well. I'm going to get a lot of golf in. Some great golf. Their amateurs are playing up at in San Francisco at just a tremendous Olympic Club golf course out there. So try to catch a few of those holes. I'll see you on Marvelous Monday. Take care, folks.